Welcome back to the basement.
Welcome back to the basement yard.
Welcome back to the basement yard.
Giraffe.
My dad.
Ow,
my dad. My dad hurts. You can't.
Yeah, I can do it.
No.
Nope.
Are you
Am I
done?
done? I'm very good at this. You know I am.
Okay.
It's a skill of mine.
I want to let everyone know this right now. Like, obviously, we're heading into the summer with these episodes as
Yes.
they release, whatever. Already hot. Already hot.
Pretty hot in here.
Already hot.
It's these fucking lights that one of them's off, by the way.
It's okay.
You need that on. I need to look good. Look, I look a little light, not bright.
All right.
Turn that bitch on, baby. Show 'em what's really good.
Ooh. You know what I got to start doing? I got to start making sure the fucking the AC's blowing before you get here.
Yeah, and keep the door closed because if not, it's gonna just blow out there.
I know how air conditioning works.
I just want to make sure.
Okay.
Do you though?
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Do you know how doors work? Because you haven't fucking closed that one. Every time we do this, I stare at that whiskey glass. It's still on top of that toilet.
That's just a cup, baby.
That's just.
Yeah, it's just a cup. It's not necessarily a
Do
whiskey
you use
glass.
that toilet?
No. I shave my balls over it.
That's right. You do have a ball shaving toilet and sink.
Yeah.
You don't. I remember from your last place.
Yep.
You had just a master bath, which was a lot smaller than your actual bath.
And it wasn't really nice.
It wasn't not. No,
But compared to the main one was really nice.
very nice.
Yeah.
There was just anytime I'd go in there to use the bathroom, which was frequent because Danny was the king of the bathroom at your old place.
Was he?
Bro, he goes in there.
Fat shits.
That door is shut for a couple hours.
Yeah.
I went into there, hair everywhere.
Yeah.
And like sometimes I wanted to take pictures to see if it was the same hair that you hadn't cleaned up.
It was.
It was?
Oh, yeah.
How frequently would you go in there, shave your balls?
How frequently do you do that? I don't know.
I do it like once a month, maybe.
Oh, I think you were gonna say once a week, and I was gonna like get really fucking mad
Why?
because that's just ridiculous.
Yeah, that is a bit ridiculous.
I don't know. Once every like 20 days.
Okay, yeah, that's.
I could have just said 3 weeks. I'm
You
right
could
there.
you could have also just said once a month.
That would have worked as well.
I think it would have been more accurate.
Yeah. But, what are you going to do? Anyway.
You upgraded.
Huh?
You upgraded.
What does that mean?
Not only do you upgrade places, I'm talking to I've never met someone that drives a Range Rover before, so I feel like I'm in like the company of royalty.
Oh, hey.
Hey, what's up, bitch?
I really... Is it one of those things? I really don't think it is. It's not like a Ferrari.
I mean...
That would be like, yo...
if you're driving I don't think you should have a Ferrari if you live in New York City.
Oh, yeah, I think you're a fucking asshole.
That's very dumb. Where are you driving it? To the fucking corner?
Also, like, you're going to the deli to get Kit Kats, and you pull up in a fucking Ferrari?
Realistically, if you didn't need to use your car, because you'll go to like your mom's,
Yeah.
If you didn't need to use your car, how much do you think you'd use it a week?
What the fuck are you talking about? I wouldn't use it then, you idiot. If you didn't have to use your car, how would you use it? It's like a trick question in third grade.
If you decided to be like us poor people and walk the 8 blocks to your mom's.
It's not 8.
If you would walk to your mom's instead of taking the car.
But I wouldn't.
How much do you realistically think you would drive? Because I think a car in New York City is understandable, but it's not a necessity.
No, it's not. I mean, it's definitely not a necessity if you live in Manhattan, like, at all. Like, I would never even dream of having a car if I lived there.
I mean, if you did live there, you should just have a car because you would be a multi-bajillionaire.
Right.
You know?
But no, I hear you can drive places, I like to be on the move. I like to go for drives.
Yeah, you have family out in the island. You have family out in Jersey. You have someone you never go to see in South Jersey,
Oh, yeah, been there twice. You guys never come here.
I don't?
No.
Oh, I don't?
No.
I never come here?
No.
The 2 times a week that I come here is not enough for you?
When have you come here? We're doing this.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I have a baby.
You just got one.
That's okay.
You just got one 8 seconds ago.
And then guess what was before that? A pandemic.
A pandemic?
A pandemic.
That's that's an Irish panda. That's racist.
Yeah, call it what it is, babe.
Yeah.
An Irish panda. That wasn't Irish.
What the hell? Irish?
What was that?
I don't know. You just fucking had a voice crack or something.
Do an Irish brogue for me.
Frankie, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
Not at all?
No.
Okay. My name is Saoirse. Not as good.
God damn it. That was terrible.
But I don't see the point of having a like really nice car here unless you want to remind people like I'm better than you.
Which is like, I would say that's probably like 48% of it.
What's the other 52?
I hope it's something else. Honestly,
You can't even realize
getting
why.
A to B. Obviously, is like 8%.
Yeah, but you could get a Nissan.
Yeah, you could. You could.
I'm not saying like the general you. I'm saying you.
No, I know.
Yeah, you just,
I know you
just chose not to.
No.
You just wanted a Range Rover.
Well, yeah. I've always wanted one. Not like always. Like, it's not like, oh my God, it's my dream car. But like, I like them a lot. And I fucking love the car too. Not because of like it's a whatever, but more so I like the fact, like, I prefer having a car like that.
An SUV.
Yeah. And like being a little high up and feeling like you're sort of like in a truck, sort of like super safe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That makes
like,
sense.
I prefer that than the car that I had. It was much lower to the
Where you were
floor.
basically sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
Moving 90 miles an hour.
And well, no.
80.
No, we're getting warmer. But I would, but now it's like I see a bump in the road. Whatever.
You're just going over
I don't
it.
give a fuck.
It's a lease, baby. It ain't your car.
Not my shit.
What are you gonna do to it?
Yeah,
You know?
I got the tire protection, cuz.
Finally, after the last fucking disaster you had with those tires.
Well, I also made out like a bandit with that because BMW was like, listen, this tire package costs $2,500, but the wheels cost like $200 each. I was like, I would have to pop fucking 80 tires for this to be worth it. You're crazy.
Yeah.
So.
But here you are, just a Range Rover boy. Do you
Yeah.
feel like it's a lateral movement for you? Because you went from a BMW. I am going to be, by the way, keeping a log of the evolution of your vehicles.
I'm going to, yeah, well, clearly.
Yeah.
My vehicles, like, there's a fleet of them. I had a Mazda, a BMW, and this. That was it.
Those are some big upgrades.
The only reason why I got the BMW is because I went to go get into my car, my Mazda 3, and it was completely totaled.
I remember that.
Unbeknownst to me, someone stole a taxi and drove it into my car and smashed it on both sides.
That's pretty cool.
It was cool. Even cooler when they went to go pick up the car because they have to tow it away. The guy looks at the car. He's on the corner. His truck's on the corner. And he's like, can you just drive it to the corner? And I'm like, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
This car was mangled.
I was afraid to turn it on because I thought it would be like The Godfather, like explosions, and then this is how I go.
Yeah.
Because this guy can't back up.
Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Yeah. So that's what I thought was going to happen. And I had to like fucking, like I had to grab the door and be like, yeah.
Oh, so you did drive it.
Yep.
Did it move like the fucking Flintstones vehicle?
No, it moved. It was definitely dragging some stuff, though,
Yeah.
because I was like, there's definitely sparks behind me.
That's a guy he's just a lazy bitch.
He doesn't give a shit,
He
yeah.
doesn't, well, I mean, why would he? He's just towing cars. I'd hate my life too, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's probably a miserable job just because people are like, what? Can you not? Like when you repo shit? Oh my God.
Well, that's dangerous.
That's a good
right.
show. They carry guns, I think.
They have to. I mean, you're going to people's places and you're taking cars from their hands.
And you're basically like sneakily taking it from their driveway and shit.
Yeah, and it's like once you get the hook on, it's good.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, I got the hook, or like it's on the bed, it stays there.
Yeah.
And which I don't think is true.
But do you know they've made a repo car porn before, like tow truck porn.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah.
What is tow truck porn?
I don't know, but I'm not even gonna lie to you. There was 2 of them that I was like, these are fucking dope. They were so sick.
Are they fucking the car, the truck, or
Nah,
each other on both?
No. So that's actually not a bad question, but like they'll tow a car and they're like, it's on the bed. I can't, and then obviously it's like,
What do you want to do?
I would say, yo, you suck my dick.
Yeah.
They're always so mean.
Were they wearing overalls?
No. Very blue jeans.
I was gonna say at least blue jeans.
Yeah.
But big missed opportunity.
The man is blurred, but the woman's just out here.
If you
Which
want to
always
know,
was weird to me.
Yeah, if you want to know what any just absolute generality of what people and caricature of what people look like or act like are, I would assume just watch porn. That's why I'm thinking anyone working with their hands, overalls, a little like a smudge of dirt on their face,
Right.
Yeah.
The nurses have big fat tits.
Yeah. And their name is like Nurse Busty or something.
Yeah. Like Pamela. I feel like the name Pamela, like when I hear Pamela, I just think of big boobs. You know what I mean?
You've been fucking predisposed.
Pamela Anderson. Predisposed.
Don't even try it.
When I hear the name Pamela, I'm like, big tits. For some reason.
I feel bad because
Do
Pamela.
you know another big tit name?
Big tit name.
I have another one. Cheyenne.
I knew one Cheyenne. She was Asian,
What?
flat as a board. Yeah.
An Asian Cheyenne.
Yeah.
You don't see that every day.
You didn't.
When I think of Cheyenne, I think of like a southern blonde girl with huge tits and one of those like crop top shirts that looks like a picnic table cover.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean?
The plaid that's cut here, and like they got pigtails, and they got Daisy Dukes,
And they're working on your car.
And they
but
want-
my big old fat meat bags are hanging out.
yeah. Oh my God, I can't wash the hood of this your vehicle. You mind if I get up on it?
Yeah.
I don't know any big tit names except for like I've never heard of someone that's not massive named Bertha. Bertha's just
Yeah, that's not tits though. That's just like
that's
pure
like
stature.
It's like a curse, But
Yeah.
I mean, coming with it sometimes is just big old things.
yeah, sometimes you got things.
But I'll have to keep an eye out for that. But you never answered my question.
Which one?
Is this a move upward for you? You just have a pair of dirty boxers underneath a hanging mirror on the floor right there.
Dirty, I don't know.
Would you wear them right now?
Like on my face?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Well, then they're dirty.
Okay.
Is this a lateral movement for you, going from a BMW, or is this a move upward? I just want to know, but like, is everything okay? What does this mean for me and my job?
Okay. What? First of all, up.
I didn't know it's BMW. They're imported from Germany.
Are you like
I will
You
stop
know-
you. I will stop you there.
you-
Yes.
you know
No,
nothing.
Nothing. Not a
Little- let me explain how little Frankie knows about cars because I'm not a car person. I don't really know.
I gotta be honest with you. I don't think they need any help right now.
No, but listen, I'm just gonna say this. I don't know anything about cars like that.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, when I was talking to this guy, he was like talking about all this stuff, and I was like, dude, I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. And I made him explain it to me. Frankie, though,
Zero.
after I got the car, we're sitting on my couch, and Frankie's like, "Oh, dude, that's awesome." He's like, what do you pay a month?" And I was joking around, and I was just making noises, but the noises sounded like
No, you knew what you were saying. You went FJ4.
I didn't, but I was just making noises, and then it sounded like I said 54, and he's like, "Oh, 5,400, that's not bad," and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, well, hold on.
I was like, "Do you think I'm paying $5,400 for a car?"
First, whoa, yes, I do. What do you mean? Do I think?
I mean, that's just not, but like, that's just insane.
Well, because
The math.
All right, I need
The
to.
math!
Here's the fourth wall. Peeling it back a little bit.
Well, you knock down the wall.
You
don't,
peel back the fourth
No,
wall.
you peel back
knock
layers.
it down.
You knock down the wall.
Move the curtain.
No, how?
Move the curtain.
That's a vagina. that you
Fourth
just
wall, and I'm breaking down.
did. Now you're breaking down the
the
wall.
layer.
Gotcha.
The drywall. There's studs in there.
You don't peel back anything. Go ahead.
So
The wallpaper, maybe.
peel the wallpaper.
But
of
no
the
one
fourth
does
wall,
that. No one does that.
Move the curtains out of the way first.
Frankie.
So
Wait, so there's wallpaper and curtains.
And curtains.
There's curtains just opening to a wall.
just a wall.
Okay.
So move the curtains.
We need to get past this.
Pull the wallpaper. Since you asked me to come on the show, I've always been a part of Santagato Studios, but I've seen more of the inner workings, like in terms of like the income.
Okay.
And I know now that you're a humble billionaire.
Okay.
Okay. So when you jokingly say, "Yo, I'm gonna pay $5,400 for a car," and I know
I didn't, though.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I know, like, oh, that's a fucking drop in the bucket. That's nothing for this fucking,
it's not nothing.
titan of the industry.
It's not nothing.
So when you
People
say
are
that,
gonna think
and then
I have a vault with just cash.
well, not here. You wouldn't keep that in your apartment.
No, it's at a bank.
It's elsewhere. Yeah. So when you say, when you say 5,400, I'm like, oh, okay, that's something that. But then when you told me
The reason why it's a psychotic thing is not because of what you're talking about.
Why?
Which, by the way, adding an expense of $5,400 is not a drop in the bucket. That would be like still a significant whatever. But
yes,
the reason why it's a psychotic thing is because clearly you just have no idea
About
what
money?
people are no
because you're also not off on that one.
about what people are paying for cars.
Also, yes, I am very bad with estimations. So when people be like, "Yo, from here to the wall, what is it?" I'll be like, "Yo, it's either like 4 feet or 38 feet." Oh my God! Like
That
how
I'm
much?
bad. I'm
how much
horrible.
money's in this? You know, like those things. It's like how many cheese balls are in this bucket? Yo, it could be 1,000.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not good with space.
So
spaces.
in terms of like when it's like when you
Make 20 inches with your hands. Yeah, he's bad.
no, I think that's pretty accurate.
You think that's almost 2 feet? I don't know about that cut. Oh, now it's getting a little.
Now we're getting a little warmer.
I don't know what this is big.
That's pretty big. That's more than 2 feet. Do you have a?
I used to have a tape measure in here, but it's
I was
gone.
gonna say if you have a ruler in here, it's very strange.
Oh, ruler. What am I, a fucking third grade teacher in the 90s?
I don't know. So when you say you're gonna pay this much,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wow, financially things are going great. I'm not getting fired soon.
Why do you keep saying that?
But you just want to,
How can you have two of those thoughts at once where you're like, oh my God, oh my God.
You scared? You got scared?
I forgot that Charlie's underneath the table. I touched something and I was like, it moved. I was scared the fuck out of me.
How could I have? I'll tell you exactly how. My brain works very differently from yours.
Okay.
I am always worried about life. You're happy. I'm worried about different things like, oh, I'm driving. Am I going too fast? Am I going to get pulled over? Like that happens in a split second.
That's what everyone does when they drive.
No, I also
You
then-
think I'm just driving like, well, whatever happens, happens.
Well, you're in a fucking Range Rover, so I would.
I mean, this is why you got to get a bigger car.
But my brain works a little differently. So like I'm always making sure, like if I see you dropping, like 400,000 on a car, I want to make sure that means that it's not because you just fired me or Josh.
Oh, okay.
I worry about my friends too.
Gotcha.
So all right, so move in the right direction. You're doing well.
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's fine.
All right, good. Just want to make sure.
Everything's okay. I've just been driving around. I enjoy the car very much, and just blasting that new. So I feel.
Uh-oh. Why is he laughing?
Because.
By the way, Knicks hat. Fuck you.
What?
You never cared about the Knicks.
Okay. They won yesterday.
I know. By the time this comes out, they'll be out of the playoffs, so it'll be funny.
No.
Destroy me, everyone.
I think that they're actually going to beat the Hawks, but not Philly. That's going to be a tough one. Yeah, so I've been driving around and listening to this new album. It's titled Sour, and it's written and by an 18-year-old, so it kind of makes me feel a little weird. And it's a breakup album, but it's just a good album.
What's
Olivia Rodrigo. I was going off about her on Twitter.
Oh yes, I saw that. She was a musical guest on SNL recently.
Was she?
Yeah, not last week. Last week was Lil Nas X. By the way, his dick popped out.
Wait, who?
Lil Nas X.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he had a cock thing.
His cock thing happened.
Yeah, dude. By the way, that performance,
Very gay.
fucking mad gay.
I
I was like, yo.
good for him.
Good
man.
for like the earth to like have that. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm
that
just-
would never happen in like fucking.
10 years ago.
Well, I feel like David Bowie would do some stuff.
David Bowie was not doing. I mean, except for dancing in the street. You ever see that music video? Him and Mick Jagger are basically jerking each other off.
Mick Jagger's definitely touched a penis. He's definitely touched a penis with his mouth.
you?
Yeah.
That's what he does. Yeah.
It looked like this.
He's gonna do it all right here.
It's Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
This is Mick Jagger.
And David Bowie's like,
He's not. That was terrible.
well, right now he's dead. But
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep going like this, like I'm
Ja-
Steph Curry after hitting a three.
January 11, 2016, first day at Target. What do you think hurt me more?
Target.
A little bit.
No, but I've been listening to this album and it's really good. But the one thing that fucking pissed me off.
Wait, so it's a breakup album? Just like
yeah, like
every song is just like, yo,
But like
yeah.
I forgot how I was introduced to this girl, not personally, but like I found a video of her, and it was on TikTok. She posted a thing on TikTok, and it was like she had wrote some song, and she was already like popular by then. She was on some TV show that I've never seen it. I don't know it exists.
What's it
But
called?
It was like a High School Musical like TV show.
Oh,
or
it's on
something.
Disney Plus. High School Musical, the movie, the show, or something like that.
Well, that's probably not it.
No, it's actually, oddly enough, that's almost exactly what it's called.
Oh, okay. But no, so whatever. So I went to her Instagram, and she has like these clips of like, because she's a songwriter, and she was writing these songs that were like 35 seconds or some shit, or like a minute, and it was just like a little verse or whatever with like this chorus, and I'm like, this girl's fucking insanely talented, and I was like sending them to people like, yo, this girl's like 17 and she's like filthy at writing like songs.
Joe was in love with a 17-year-old.
Okay, no, that's no. So anyway, fast forward. Now she puts out this fucking album. Obviously, she has these two enormous songs. The fuck was that song called? Driver's License that came out. It was like number 1, whatever. But then she has this song that comes out. The whole point of me saying all this is that this girl's a legitimate songwriter, and like I knew it from the beginning that like, you know, whatever. And then if you look at the credits to this album, she had written the entire thing. The reason why I get so fucking upset about this shit is because I saw a video on TikTok of someone comparing one of her like newer singles that's also fucking number 1 right now. It's called Good For You, which is like similar.
Do I need to go after this and just bump this album?
The song is fire. Well, I feel like you won't like the album.
Okay.
But that song is like fire.
Okay.
So it's a song called Good For You, and it's very similar to Misery Business by Paramore, which is
also a banger. Let's not rewrite history here.
Yeah, crazy.
In the business of misery, let's take it from the top.
Yes. Let's take it.
Body like an hourglass, ticking like a clock.
Yeah, it's a great song. But then, so there was like this video that came out like that, and it went viral, and then everyone in the comments is just saying the same things, like, oh my God, it's so similar. And everyone's just like repeating the comment that they see above them, which is mad weird. And then more videos start coming out comparing them, and then there was like all this stuff. Then I went on YouTube, and I look at the YouTube video. The fucking, the music video for this song had 2 million likes on it, but there was 44,000 dislikes on it, right?
Yikes.
So in my mind, I'm like, this is happening because of the video that went viral on TikTok. And the reason why that fucking bothers me so much is because, one, like, yeah, if you want to get into like the nitty gritty of like, of course people are inspired by other shit and like people sample shit and like whatever. Like, I don't even care about that. The thing that bothers me the most, and the reason why I'm literally starting to hate the fucking internet, is because people are just like trying their hardest to hate shit. It's fucking insane.
Oh, everyone.
It's like the top comment, and I put this tweet out, and I was basically saying like, the reason why that video has 44,000 dislikes is because a video went viral on TikTok comparing the two, and then someone who's fucking 13 and doesn't understand how the music industry works and how this girl is a legitimate songwriter who, like, your favorite artist doesn't write their shit. You go look at their albums. There's 40 people who write a song that has 18 words in it.
Put it like this. Look up how many songs Neo wrote and how many he actually performed.
Why do you know about that?
Neo. I know a lot. He wrote like fucking shit for like Beyonce, Rihanna.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
well, like, yeah, like Rihanna, bro, she just you know, and like Bieber, same shit. Well, he'll just like get songs and like he'll just redo them. Like, that's how that works. This girl's like a legitimate songwriter who's been doing this. Like, this was like a couple years ago that I found those videos. That's why I brought that up. And I was like, damn, this girl's like super talented. And then she wrote this whole thing, this whole album. And now this is the person that you decide to be like, oh, we're going to just dislike her video. Like, the song's good. Like, the song is just good. Like, you know it's good. Mm-hmm. So for you to dislike it, it's just like, you just desperately want to fit in because the top comment says these things are similar and we should hate it because they stole like this and that. It's like, that's not how music works. This girl is one of the actual ones who write songs. And like, this is how you go about like your opinion. Like, you don't even have an opinion. You don't even know who you are. Well, that's how you act.
And that's the thing is, first of all, period. Everyone on the internet, everyone in life, to an extent, is just looking to fit in. It's just a matter of where they find fitting in. Whether it's fucking listening to our podcast, whether it's watching a Twitch streamer, whether it's fucking, you know, the KKK. People are just trying to fit in somewhere. It doesn't matter where it happens. But seriously, like, and what the internet is doing is it's providing people with the dumbest fucking ideas the opportunity to be like, oh my God, this is also a stupid idea. Or no, they won't realize it's stupid. And then they just fucking latch onto that person. And they try everything in their power to ruin other people's happiness. And it's and that's some of the people that really, really fucking get to me is the ones that just sit out there and they don't have the ability to look at somebody or look at something. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. And just go like, yo, good for them. You know, like how many times do we say Lil Nas X grinding up, balls out on SNL? I'm fucking so happy for him. Good for him. Other people are like, yo, I don't like it, so I need everyone else to hate it too.
No, but not only that, but like the thing, even if it's like good, like someone has like your opinion is just, I just want to have the same opinion as everyone else. Like, and that's it. Like, then it's like, then who are you as a person if that's how you like go about it? Like, even if, you know, like I've seen today, I saw some TikTok where,
by the way, all this is stemming from TikTok. I don't have TikTok. I'm pretty proud of it.
Well, that's where like that's where the kids are. So like that's why like if
that's why Joey has it.
All right, stop making jokes because it's fucking weird when you do that. It's weird when you do that because then you know what happens? Some fucking freak in 5 years says something. It's like, oh, but Frankie knew. Then you're going down.
Yeah, I'm going down too.
Now you're going down because Frankie knew.
Listen, I will go down with you. No fucking problem.
No, disgusting. No, but like people will just write the same comment over and over again. If someone says something witty, someone will just write it, and then like people just say the same things. Like it's just weird. It's just strange to me that people like react this way, and that's the thing that bothers me so much about it. And like just to bring it like even more out, like this Olivia Rodrigo shit is like a very specific example, but like with anything, any sort of like problem or with the Israel-Palestine, like there's some like it's a complicated geopolitical issue and people are just like firing tweets back and forth acting like they understand what the fuck is going on. Like you can actually say what you need to say or have some sort of understanding through 8 tweets that you read. Like it's just not going to happen that way.
And what in particular Twitter, and I assume TikTok and to an extent Instagram, and I know there have probably been times in my life where people have accused me of this as well, is like, hey, just because you have an opinion doesn't necessarily mean you need to voice it. Like I understand that there's certain people that believe that because of people's following, they have a responsibility to do or say certain things. But you don't need to. You know what I mean? Like for instance, using like the Israel Palestine conflict. I know nothing about it. I hear stuff about it. I on the whether it be news outlets or whatever, but I don't comment on it because I know in my head I don't know, and that's the difference. Is that people on the internet feel like they have a responsibility to talk about something, regardless of how much they know and or don't know. They need to be in on the conversation, and people don't understand that sometimes you can just fucking sit back and shut up and listen.
Yeah, and like and also just like educate yourself on this shit because like that was another thing. Like, a lot of like. Obviously this is still going on. I mean, there's a ceasefire right now, but like people were hitting me up in my DMs like, yo, you need to speak up for Israel. And I'm like, what? And then it's like, oh, you need to speak up for Palestine. And it's like, well, listen, I need to like educate myself on this before I do any sort of thing. Like anything that happens in America, like I'm pretty much like aware of because it's happening
Keeping
here.
Keeping ear to the ground, yeah.
When these things kind of happen, and like we have our friend Ahmed who's Palestinian, so he's in the past, like, and he's especially like recently, we've been talking about it. And I've also talked to people who are living in Israel and like get like feedback from them, not feedback, but like information from them. And it's like, this is a very like touchy thing, and it's not like whatever. Like, and the thing that bothers me the most is like people just need you to pick a side. Like make a hard stance right now. Like now, like you don't even have time to like, oh, I'm not really sure about whatever. And it's like I don't care. Like pick my side or don't pick my side. Like, and I don't need, like. It's just a weird way to function, and like this was happening with the election. This was happening.
That's what I was just going to say. It's been happening for I would say everything. Honestly like 15 years. It's
just like
I'm sure even before that, but I wasn't able to recognize it because we were so young.
I just feel like it's happening so much more recently, where something will pop up, and then people need to have this like hard ass stance on it. And they force everyone else to make a decision on it. Like right now, I want to know if you're a good person or a bad person. And those kind of like things like do exist. And like, yeah, I fully understand that, there are, and I mean, even for me, there are certain political issues that if someone's on that side of the fence, I'm like, well, that doesn't really align with not me politically, but like morally, I feel totally different about this subject. So like, we probably wouldn't end up being friends because we just see the world differently. That's just not like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but there's a difference between acknowledging that you might not be friends and be able to get along with that person, and then what the actual conversation is. At least the loud, whether it be the majority or minority, saying like, oh, we can't. You see differently than me. You're a fucking idiot. You're a piece of shit. You're wrong. And listen, there are certain things that, in my opinion, are, as you said, clear cut, black and white. For lack of better terms, right and wrong, but. It is also about understanding that just because people have those opinions, yes, you might not be able to be friends with them, but it doesn't make them an awful person. Are there instances where they are fucking pieces of shit? I said the KKK earlier. Yeah, piece of shit. You're a KKK member, I'll kill you. Me personally. But what I'm saying is like, you need to be able to then remove some of these political opinions from the conversation in terms of judging that person as an individual, because that's not necessarily their entire identity.
Yeah. I think that like, I just think like all of this is very like a very bad precedent, because for me to be on TikTok, right, I'm going to be fucking 30 soon. Like I'm up there, you know what I'm saying? And like we started the first half of our lives, our formidable years, without the internet at all. And then we didn't
Not
get
even
like
just the internet, but social media we didn't have until we were young adults.
bro. I didn't have social media until like 2012 or 2011. Or
Yeah.
something like that. Like right around the same time I started doing YouTube was when I started like doing social media.
We had
stuff.
like MySpace and Facebook, but they were very different from what they are now.
Yeah, it wasn't anything.
People
like
don't
that.
realize it.
But my biggest concern, and this is why before I was mentioning like, you know, the kids and this and that, is because this girl's 18 years old and actually like talented and like writing music and this and that, while mega stars are just taking songs from people, and people are trying to like basically discredit this girl like at 18 years old. I think the internet and social media as a whole is just a horrible place for people to be. I honestly feel that way now, and it's like it's I think it's like insane. Like it's starting to feel like I don't know, like it's just like a bad thing. And that's why I put up on my story the other day, and I was like, do you think social media is good or bad? And 80% of people said bad. But we're all on it all hours of the day. And another thing is like, you don't look forward to social media. Like everything that you look forward to is like spending time with people or doing this or a trip you have planned, but none of it revolves around social media. It's not like I look forward to getting on Instagram. It's a thing that we just do now brainlessly, and like it's just part of our day. And like, what other things in your life do you just do brainlessly like that? Like nothing. At least I don't. Like there's a lot of purpose and reason behind the things that I do.
Breathe, fucking like eat, drink,
and
like
sneeze.
basically.
So it's just like for.
I think it's about the way you use and utilize social media.
Yes, but it's an addictive
It
thing.
it absolutely is an addiction.
But think about that. If you're and listen, and there's a correlation because fucking girls who are from the ages of like 10 to 14, like the suicide rate is up like 70%. Like it's ridiculous. And it's at the same time of the social media boom. And it's because so many people are being on these things and everything is fucking negative, especially in the last few months with the election, with George Floyd and Black Lives Matter and all of these things. And now Israel, Palestine, like, and then fucking all these random fucking people or pedophiles, like, and then the random news that you get, oh, some woman got shot in the Bronx and a kid got hit by a stray bullet. It's like, this is all you're consuming because all everyone likes to post about is either drama or like horrible things. Like good news doesn't really get a lot of clicks.
Yeah, bad news sells.
So if you're constantly, especially at a younger age, being fed bad shit, and then you get on Instagram and you see all these women who have unrealistic expectations of their bodies, and you have to look at them and compare yourself to them, and you feel bad about yourself, clearly that is happening. We're talking about the suicide rate being up 70%, which is insane. Like if all that is happening, and it's happening in this one place, and it's very ezy to just stop it, but we don't. Like no one thinks about that.
I think definitely toward our midlife crisis, around that time when we're like 50, 60 years old, we're definitely going to see a lot more studies coming out about how psychologically how the onset of the internet, not necessarily the internet, because the internet existed when we were younger, but social media, how it has evolved and how it has changed the human psyche and what it has done to people. And is there becoming more of a reliance on technology? Yes. But people always say like, well, it's, everything is controlled through your phone. Yes, there are a lot of things controlled through your phone, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to have and use social media. You can have a smartphone without utilizing either or both of, Twitter or Instagram or Facebook. But it's where people confuse, the idea of being able to like, oh my God, I'm able to connect with people from my past and stuff like that with getting your information from there. And that's the thing that social media has become, that in my opinion is why I don't utilize it nearly as much as I did when I was a kid. And by kid, 15, 16, 17, even to like 18 and 19, is because when it first came out, it was like, just find people that you didn't know that you forgot about, or you never knew where they went. Talk to them, talk about old stuff. Now it's like, find people, find out what they fucking believe in.
Yeah.
Find out
Judge them for it.
Judge them for it. And then as you're doing that, look at these fucking news articles from, just a myriad of different. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, that's the difference, is that social media now is being used to fucking try to make these people into more knowledgeable citizens instead of just being people and connecting.
Yeah, and that's what I worry about, because I feel like at a certain point, like all this information is just like, dude, when I was a kid, and not to like compare and be like, oh, this is the way that whatever, but at the same time, like it makes a lot of sense. Like my parents, like there's a reason why there's an R rating in certain movies. Like you're not supposed to expose certain like people of a certain age to death and sex and murder and like all these things, because it could have a psychological effect, like somehow. Like it could be traumatic for some people, especially if they're younger. They have to wait until they're a little older to have a better understanding of that. But now, like that just doesn't exist. Like there's a rating for movies. It doesn't fucking matter, dude. Like, oh, I can't go in. Like you could see anything. I go on the internet. I think there's a video going viral of someone getting their head cut off. Like, and people who are fucking 11 can find that. Like it's so much easier to find these things, and it's like it's just wild, man. And like the all that stuff is like whatever. The internet is not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the fact that like social media is like. Do you remember back in the day when cyberbullying like became a thing? Because it didn't exist. Like you had regular bullies that would like, put shit in your locker or whatever. I've never experienced any of that. I've never even seen it. But the 90s apparently that happened. And
what's up, twerp?
Yeah,
you got lunch money? Oh,
then
give it.
Social media happened. And then this whole idea of cyberbullying came out. And the joke was like, yo, how do you get cyberbullied? Like, just shut your computer. And that's literally the same thing. Like, yo, how do you have anxiety? How do you have depression? How do you, like, have body dysmorphia? Like, just stay off social media. It's like, it seems so easy. But we're all, like, so deep in and we're not thinking about why we do these things that, like, we just continue to indulge in the things that are like
the only issue with that though is that you're not attacking the root of the issue. If the issue is that there's a gang of kids that are calling this young boy fat and stupid or whatever, you don't say, all right, don't expose yourself to them doing that. The real conversation should be like, all right, let's get those fucking people to stop.
Well, those conversations go hand in hand because a lot of the reason why those kids are doing that is because it's cool or it makes you part of the group.
Yeah.
These people are doing outlandish things, they're saying crazy things, and they're getting attention, they're garnering attention. Fuck it, I'm going to be on this side that does this. And that was what I was talking about before, where everyone writing the same comment. Because this comment was funny and it got a bunch of likes. Like, I'm going to say it, the same thing. Maybe I'll change one word because I want that attention too. So it's like a mob mentality in that way. And then whoever's on the other end of that is the ones that are dealing with the body dysmorphia and the anxiety and the depression and all these things. And it's just bad. And I feel like everyone knows it. When I put up that thing, I was shocked that it was 80-20. I was shocked that it was 80-20. 80% of people said social media is bad. 20% said it was good. And a lot of people had messaged me with like this thing of like, it started out good and now it's bad. Or like, it's good if you don't use it the way that most people use it. A lot of people said that.
Yeah.
But most people, meaning 95%,
yeah.
95% of people use it in a way where it's like, this is everything. And it's like, I don't know. Like if you spend all of your time looking at the top comment and making that your opinion, and then also comparing yourselves and trying to look like the people that you're following on Instagram, you don't even know who you are. And like that is the scariest thing in the world. And then when you expose children to that, they may never know who they are. Because if they're fucking 10, if I started doing this at 10 years old, where I was like looking and doing and being a part of that world, I would have no idea. Like, I would be like, what the fuck? Like, you know how many times like I was at a certain age where it's like, we got the internet like what? When we were like 13, 14, 15?
I mean, internet was around when we were kids.
Social media, it wasn't until we were like 16.
I'm saying social media, MySpace, which was what, 2005, 2006?
Yeah, but we didn't really use it like that. I think I started my addiction to social media in like 2013.
Speak for yourself. We definitely used to use it.
Well, yeah, I did. I'm saying I didn't use it in the way that you use like Instagram and like all of these things
because
now.
They're different now. It's like it's not as like a lot of that stuff is not as accessible. If you wanted to find someone on MySpace, you had to look up fucking XOO cute Italian Bella X3 bitch.
Yeah. Not only that, but like now it's like it's so much easier to indulge in the addiction that is social media because there's 500 apps that you could have. So it's like if I'm not getting the attention that I want on Instagram, I still have Twitter, I still have Facebook, I still have fucking Snapchat, I have TikTok, I have so it's like you just run through them, and then when you're done, you go back to the front and you just keep finding this attention.
When we were younger, we had to get home from school and then we would go on MySpace.
Yeah. God.
Oh, we're gonna remind me after the ads. I gotta remind you.
Well, I'm only gonna do half of them, and then we'll get into some other shit. I didn't mean for that to spiral into something.
It's all right because I got something else I want to say about Olivia Rodrigo.
Okay, cool. Yeah, let's get to the. I mean, this is kind of whatever. I know a lot of people are dealing with stuff, and this kind of like fits right into the conversation we were talking about. But our first sponsor for today is BetterHelp. BetterHelp will give you online counseling. You can start communicating in just under 48 hours. A lot of people are dealing with a lot of shit, and a lot of people I think should talk to a therapist, not because there's anything wrong, but I think that it's just like, going to the gym for your mind. So you go check out BetterHelp. Like I said, you can start communicating just under 48 hours. They have licensed professionals that specialize in anxiety, depression, or family trauma or anything like that. But yeah, so if you go to their website, betterhelp.com/yard, you can get 10% off of the first month if you're a Basement Yard listener. So that is betterhelp.com/yard, 10% off of your first month. I've gotten a lot of messages about BetterHelp being like very helpful for certain people. So definitely go check them out, betterhelp.com/yard. And the next one we have here is Quip. Quip is my shit. Quip is my shit. Quip electric toothbrush. They got gum. They have the floss, and now they have a mouthwash. Okay, and the way that they package their stuff is actually really awesome. But mouthwash hasn't changed in 140 years. Most brands are still selling big bulky bottles that are mostly full of water and alcohol. And that's why they created a mouthwash that gives you more of the ingredients you need and less of the stuff that already comes out of your faucet. Plus, they're alcohol-free. 4 times concentrated mouthwash comes in an eco-friendly refill bottle that's 100% recyclable. So they are making moves over here. Everything, they're like basically changing the way you go about your bathroom routine or your morning routine or whatever. I love Quip. I think all the stuff that they make are great. It's ergonomic, and now it's 100% recyclable, which is great. So yeah, if you go to getquip.com/basement right now, you can get, or this says, basement 5. I'm sorry. Getquip.com/basement 5 right now. You can get $5 off a mouthwash starter kit. That's $5 off a mouthwash starter kit, which includes a refillable dispenser and a 90-dose supply of Quip's 4 times concentrated formula at getquip.com/basement 5. That is getquip.com/basement 5. So go check it out. What were you going to say?
All right. Back to the Olivia Rodrigo. Do you notice something about her, though, that might fucking show a bit of like we've seen this before? She's a young, fucking talented woman in Hollywood or in the music industry. How many times have we already seen it? Remember when people were fucking roasting Taylor Swift, when people fucking picked apart Britney Spears? Like, we've seen this before.
But like, I don't think that it's like actually happening. I think that like we've come a long way from like the Britney Spears and like the Taylor Swift. I honestly don't really remember. I remember country fans like just being like, she's not country, but they still do that about like Florida Georgia.
They
line
do that about everyone.
Yeah, so
you could be fucking yeah. They're like, fuck you.
I don't think that like it's a matter of that. I really do think it's just people like they don't really care either. That's the thing too. Like a lot of people will take this hard stance on something. Like I'm sure there's people out there that obviously there are people who actually care about the Israel-Palestine conflict, but like there are people out there that are like, I just need to show that I picked a side, and they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck to do enough research to have any sort of understanding or compassion. Compassion is non-existent on the internet. It just doesn't fucking exist at all. Digitally, it just doesn't, and that's where everyone's spending most of their time. In a compassionateless wasteland. Think about what that will do to you over the course of years. It's scary to think about.
Yeah,
this is what I talk to my therapist about all the time.
Really?
I swear to God.
Oh,
this is what we talk about all the time.
If I could be a fly on the wall for that, just
Yeah.
to hear you just fuck. Yo, like honestly, you know
swear to
what?
God.
It makes sense. I haven't seen you go off on like fucking angry tangents in a while, so this therapist is doing their job pretty well.
No, I think about it all the time because I worry about that, and not like for the betterment of people, but just for myself because like I'm on it all the time. But I'm like, yo, this is just not good.
Do you think because of like how we have seen trends, like yes, sure, we've come a long way since the Britney Spears stuff, but do you think you could be like a young like female pop star in like the United States?
No, the idea. Well, forget about female. Forget about anything. I have zero desire
to be like that famous.
I will stop myself from getting to a certain point. I'll never be like Logan Paul. I have zero. I would stop doing this before I did that. Like I just have no desire to
Why?
do that because I feel like people just view you in a weird ass way. I feel like I have a very healthy balance of where I'm
I
at
think
now.
Logan Paul's also a bad example. He's done things that are just, like stupid and maybe they're not stupid by the subjective definition, but like he's trying to be a character.
Well, that regardless, like any example, you could pick the goody two shoes of the world. That's the same level of like
The Rock.
Logan Paul. Yeah. No, what? And never.
You would never want to be The Rock?
Never. No.
I'd want to be his like muscles.
I don't want that much attention. I don't want to go out and feel like everyone's like looking at me and like
Make me The
By
Rock.
the way, I went out to dinner the other night. And
how'd it go?
David Beckham was there.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, guy was there.
What is he doing? Let me get the spicy rigatoni. Yeah?
And that could That guy is like who I'm talking about, where it's like, okay, David Beckham, when he walks around, paparazzi knows where you are. They take pictures of you. People are looking at you. They're like, oh, wait. Oh. And then people who don't even know you want to take a picture with you because you're like, I don't want to be a part of any of that. The anxiety, like that. Thinking about it makes me sweat.
I'll be The Rock, just like a little more muscles. Less. I want to keep my hair. That I want to keep. I don't think I got it. I can't pull off the bald.
Okay.
Not as many tattoos. I don't think I want any tattoos, as a matter of fact. And I'll take the money.
Oh, okay.
I'll take those things.
Nice.
But I'm kind of with you on that. For fucking paparazzi, listen, like there are certain people, you know, when like people, you know, talk about like, you know, like, oh, well, you know, you're a boxer, you're going to get your nose broken, kid. It's like, you're a paparazzi, you're going to get the fucking brakes beat off you by a celebrity at least once.
I don't know how that's illegal. Like I remember watching the Britney Spears documentary and like they're showing like clips of paparazzi and this and that. And I'm like, how is this allowed? Especially...
With kids in the car?
No, in any car. Like, bro, I'm trying to operate this fucking vehicle. I could kill people with this, and you're flashing lights in my face. Like, that's mad dangerous.
Forget about the lights. I'm just saying, like, if I'm in a parking spot and you're in front of me, I don't care who you are.
Goodbye.
I'm hitting you.
Yeah. I've hit people for less. I've hit people in the Target parking lot.
Have you?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, Jesus Christ. First of all, Target... That's not less, all right, baby? For some of us, Target's the upper echelon.
No, I've never done that. And at Costco's, though.
Well, you gotta. Costco's is a very big
Costco's,
very big
I'm
deal.
bumping everyone.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But I'm just saying, like, you know, like people always talk about like Alec Baldwin, like how dare he hit these paparazzi? Yo, if there was someone in my face, Frankie, sir, where are you going? What are you up to tonight? Oh, you had a good day? I'd be like, yo, I'm here to kill you now. Like, now my fucking day has changed. I'm going to commit murder.
Not only that, but think about the questions that they ask people. Like, if you're going... if someone's like... If like, someone, like, will go through a divorce and a paparazzi would be like, oh, yo, how's it going? Who's getting the kids? And it's like, who the fuck are you?
They've been doing that with fucking Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, which, by the way... This is kind of funny because it'll be like Jennifer Lopez steps out to do yoga while Ben Affleck sucks down a nicotine stick. That's funny.
Yeah, he's just up there on the stairs.
And she's like, and then they go up to fucking Alex Rodriguez. They're like, Alex, what do you think about your ex with another man? How do you feel? Are you upset? And it's like, what are you fucking doing? Like, you're making me relive this traumatic event. Listen, for someone that's gone through a gross, ugly, fucking really sad breakup, if someone was in my face like, Frankie, how do you feel that this person is fucking someone else?
Yeah,
I would be like, yo, it's time for you to die now.
Yeah,
I have to kill you.
And it's brutal. And not only that, it's not one person. It's a flock of people.
Yeah.
And they're taking photos of you.
think,
and you're just trying to sit and go to a restaurant and people are just asking you about it. It's like, dude, how is this legal?
I will say, if I was a paparazzi, I would try to listen, it's a dirty game, and they've said it too. I would try to be that prick. You know what I mean? Like, if it was like, you know, like, oh, Ben Affleck is in the fucking news again because he got kicked out of his house. I'd be like, Ben, what corner are you living on, Ben? You know, just like absolutely just tear him apart. No. I would do that a little bit.
Ugh, I could never. I feel like it's like just, it's not human. It's like a complete, this is what I'm talking about, is like, so what I was talking about before was like compassion. That's a word that I use a lot because I think that it just non-existent on the internet. And then when you act like that, there's also zero compassion of like, dude, I understand that you have a job and you need to take these pictures and you need to, but bro, you don't like it. It shouldn't be like you completely only think about yourself. It's like, yo, this is a person, dude, and he's like going through this, and you're just like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like trying to rile... Like, that's like you find out that one of your friend's parents died, and you just spend the whole day being, like, talking about, like, his parent. Like, yo, they were good.
Your parents used to be great.
Remember?
Now they're dead.
Yeah, they are, aren't they? Did they?
Yeah.
For real, they did, right?
Yeah.
They died.
Well, no.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying. Like,
oh. I was going to say, hey, well, slow
just
down.
like constantly just being like, yeah, right? They did? And you're like, yeah, man, yeah, yes. And it's like...
Are you sad?
Are you
like,
sad?
What the fuck do you think I'm experiencing? Glee?
Well, explain to us how it was. What did she look like? Did she look like herself? How did she look?
Yeah.
And you're like, why do you think I would tell you this?
I know exactly what I'm going to do as a last get for you. If and when I die before you, I am going to hire like a paparazzi to follow you around and be like, Joe, was he your best friend? please just say it. Just to see if you'll fucking memorialize me like that.
I just think that it's like psychotic. All these things, and the other day I tweeted, and it's kind of whatever. I have it as my pinned tweet now. I tweeted something like, what was it?
I'll pull it up. I got you right here. Bing, bang, boom. Watch this. Joe Santagato.
It's
easy for me to find you. You can't find me because you don't follow me.
I don't follow anybody.
Just want to make sure everyone remembers that. Your pinned tweet says, the internet is killing us all and we're pretending to have fun. Smile.
Yep.
Oh, boy.
It's true.
You're really into it.
I am so deep into this. It's not even funny. Like it's legitimately like a thing that affects me deeply.
Should we do an episode where I just give you things to make you happy? Because it feels like you're going through it a little bit.
I'm not. No. And
You're not happy?
Okay. First of all, no, that's not what I was talking about. I was saying I'm not like going through it. It's not like, whatever. It's just something that I've become aware of, and I'm looking at it now, and it's becoming very obvious, especially with all of the really important things that have been happening in the last few months, and seeing how like people are reacting to it on social media. It's just kind of like, that's a picture of Ruby.
Is that making you happy?
First of all, it looks exactly like you.
It does it?
Yeah.
Oh, what a cute babe. I'm not going to show it. There'll be creeps out there. You ever think about that?
Explain that.
I don't want, what if there are people... I obviously did that just for now.
When people, hide their baby, I'm like, well, I get it, but,
I get
why?
It. To each their own. The people that, post pictures of their kid with the faces covered, it's like, just don't post the picture.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you have 400 followers.
No, there are people like The Undertaker's wife.
Well, this is different. I understand. But, a random person that you, know from high school who, is an accountant and, nothing crazy will, blur their baby's face, and it's like...
Just don't post a picture.
Or what's...
One of the things about the internet, it's you need to swallow the pill that people are going to maybe touch themselves to something that you post. I'm sorry. And maybe don't post pictures of your kids if you don't want to. But Joe, you had to swallow the pill. Have you ever really thought about people are seeing pictures of you and being like, yo, this guy Joe, tingle tangle.
I don't think about that at all.
Well, that's something you probably should think about.
Why? I will literally never know.
Exactly. So, the idea of not knowing is just as good as the idea of knowing.
No, it's not. It's complete. No, ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss, but ignorance could also be as scary as knowing. Because you could be think about it. What's the quote? We're either alone in the universe or we're not. Both are terrifying. And it's like, oh shit, that's right. Either someone's jerking off to my face or they're not. Both are terrifying.
What's terrifying about someone not jerking off to my face?
I think I'm a good-looking guy. I want someone to get a little,
Oh, I don't. That's not a...
You don't care?
Not a want.
Nothing. You
No.
don't care if anyone sees, wow, he's in a Knicks hat pretending to like basketball. Let's just fucking crank one out.
Oh, my God. No, I think that, ignorance is bliss. I think I need more ignorance in my life.
I can give you some. Hang with me for a couple days.
No, but think about it, because it's look... when these things happen in the world, if there's some fucking Hollywood, what's his name?
Harvey Weinstein.
Bang. Harvey Weinstein.
Is that exactly who you were thinking? Because I was just
Did I say Hollywood?
Yes, but
Yeah.
I was thinking of the worst person possible. I didn't know that's where you were going.
No. So Harvey Weinstein, right?
Best friends.
The shit that he did was horrible.
Yeah.
And, then there was Kevin Spacey did some stuff, and then there was some other, whatever, all these things were coming out. And it's everyone needed to make a comment about it, and we're all very aware of it, whatever. But it's and I understand that these people need to be put in fucking jail or firing squad, whatever. Which I heard they're bringing back in some states.
I think so.
What year was it that we're doing firing squad?
I don't know. I like it though.
I don't know. I like it though. But that kind of stuff, it's that, and then you have Israel Palestine. You have people just at their necks for everything politically. Then you have this person is contradicting blah, 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 and all these things. Sometimes you just need some fucking ignorance. I understand that the world needs to be corrected and there needs to be things but I don't need to know all of it. I don't need to sit and watch the news and hear about every single person who gets hit by a car and every tragic
I know,
6-year-old.
and I'm joking with the fact.
No,
that,
I know,
but
this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that kind of shit is when you're on social media constantly and people are forcing you to make a decision and make a hard stance on all these things. That means that you have to take in all this information. Whether you stand on the right side or wrong side is irrelevant to my point. My point is that you are getting the information and all of it is negative. And eventually, I think your mental health just deteriorates.
Oh, it's gone. It's non-existent anymore. I do think, though, that we, in order to solve all these problems, we just need to like rewrite the punitive system in our country. So like instead of like Harvey Weinstein just sitting in a jail cell for the rest of his life, his punishment should be like he has to talk one-on-one with his victims and then read tweets about himself and then get beaten by like the significant others of his victims and stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, all I'm saying is that some of these people that tweet, the Twitter fingers and Twitter keyboard warriors that tweet away and say whatever they want without thinking anything is going to happen to them or dislike or whatever, and dislike can't be a crime. But I think if they knew at the end of the day they were going to have to sit in front of this person and fucking like have them like a conversation with them, it might deter them.
I don't know. I it's just, listen, no matter what, for as long as humans have been around, there's people who murder. There's people who are off and they have like a thing and they like don't compute emotion correctly or whatever the fuck, and they just like kill people or whatever. I think it'd be like out of it to be a murderer.
But you do need to be out of it to be a murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you're going to be like, he was really on top of his stuff.
Way to go. You really
Yeah.
fucking, thanks for uncovering that hidden gem.
Boom. Got it. Nailed it. But yeah, I think that like, I have no idea what I was talking about.
It's all right. We can just talk about...
I have more ads.
You're breaking them up, you little sneaky bitch.
A little two-timer. And then we can like kind of like, we can move away from this conversation because...
All right, I got a story I want to tell you.
But yeah, next we have HelloFresh. HelloFresh, how you doing? Cuts out the stressful meal planning and grocery store trips so you can enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table in just about 30 minutes. Easy meals, 15 to 20 minute dinners, breakfast on the go, more options in that way. HelloFresh is awesome. All right, you go on their site, you order some stuff. I've ordered some stuff. It shows up to your door in like nice pre-packaged and what's the word? Measured?
Pre-measured. Pre-portioned measurements.
Pre-portioned ingredients, so you don't like waste anything, and you get a nice recipe. You can even keep those, and then you have a nice like little cookbook, honestly, from HelloFresh. That's how you cheat the system. But yeah, so they have a wide variety of easy, delicious options for all 3 meals of the day, plus every snack, special treat in between with the HelloFresh Market, and they're good. They're good ingredients as well. It's not just like, random, bullshit. It's like, it's good stuff. HelloFresh is 28% cheaper than shopping at your local grocery store and 72% cheaper than a restaurant meal without sacrificing the quality. Okay. So definitely go check out HelloFresh. Like I said, it'll come right to your door. You can pick these meals and then you get to make it yourself. It's also a good way to get into cooking if you're wanting to get into it and you don't know how, you don't know, how to come up with certain things to make. This is a good way to do that as well. Go to HelloFresh.com/basement12 and use the code basement12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping. 12 free meals. Boom. Go to HelloFresh.com/basement12. Use the promo code basement12 for 12 free meals, including free shipping. All right. So go check them out. HelloFresh.com. All right. Basement12. Boom. I keep saying boom. Speaking of boom, we got FitBod. Boom.
Oh shit.
Don't get stuck doing the same workouts, all right? FitBod, this is like an awesome thing. FitBod understands that the path of achieving your best look is different for everyone, which is very true. A lot of people, including myself, do not do that. So like when I kind of get into going to the gym and I want to I focus on okay, I'm going to do muscle groups or I'm going to do full body or I'm going to do this or that. You get stuck in like a thing. It's not really the right way to work out. You have to have you have to do different workouts to keep your body guessing, and that's kind of how you're going to grow. I mean, I know there's some personal trainer out there that's probably losing their mind. I'm sure there's other words I could be using to further explain that, but you get the point. But with FitBod, their algorithm uses data and analytics to help you build on your last workout to maximize your results. Whether you're exercising 3 days a week or twice a day, every workout is scientifically proven to be better than the last. And when I'm using FitBod, the best thing about it is that they have workouts that I've never even heard of before, maybe, or they have workouts that kind of, I like following a plan, especially one like the one that they give me, because that makes sure that you're not super sore going into your next workout. So they know that okay, we did these groups or these exercises and we can still do those muscle groups, but a different area or a different sort of muscle in that muscle group. It's great. And yeah, so it keeps things fresh, and you have all these new workouts and these things, and it's just amazing. So definitely go check them out. Even if you don't have equipment, they have body weight routines for those looking to get fit at home or on the go. personalized training can be tough on the budget. It's one of the most expensive things in the world. But Fitbod is only $9.99 a month or $59.99 a year. Sign up now. You get 25% off of your membership at fitbod.me/basement. That is 25% off at fitbod.me/basement. Okay? So whatever you want. You type in your needs. You tell Fitbod what you want. It'll come up with some stuff for you. It's great. I mean, like I said, I love using it because there's some workouts on there that I've never even heard before. I feel good. I feel strong. You will too. Fitbod.me/basement. 25% off, folks. Boom.
I need to use fitbod.me in order to make me.fitbod less .grossbod.
Big time bod.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I went somewhere yesterday that I wanted to talk. You always come with these good stories about the dealership, and I can't buy a new car right now. Because you don't pay me now. And
do you know how many messages I got that day? I posted a picture of my
car. Someone was like, "We're not that bad. We actually have no cars." It's like, "Fuck you. You're a dealership. Then you should have no job."
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about I recently, like a couple days ago, posted a picture of the car because a lot of people were like, "Oh, what's it?" So I posted a picture of the car, and I got so many messages that were like, "You can get this, but you can't pay Frankie." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me? This fuck."
Guys, just to make sure everyone is abundantly clear, Joey pays me quite well. Handsomely. This is all for jokes.
Handsomely.
He's definitely not making me say this, and he's not kicking me under the table.
Put that away.
But I did go to Verizon, and I walked out of there infuriated.
Why'd you go to Verizon?
Because, by the time this comes out, she'll know it was Becca's birthday.
Yeah.
So she wanted, I was like, "What do you want?" She's like, "Oh, no, new phone." She gets a new phone.
Boom.
Boom. I'll swallow the
long dick of the law.
Maybe not that one. the medium-sized girthy dick of
Telecom.
Verizon, of big telecom.
Yeah.
In order to get her and make her happy. So I go in there, and first I'm greeted by this guy who not a day over 24. Mm-hmm. And I have both kids with me, and he's like,
"Damn, you were double kidding by yourself?"
I was double kidded up.
Wow.
I wanted to give her some time off.
Did you strap the baby to you?
No, I was just carrying her like this.
Damn, that's heavy on the arms.
Well, Fitbod here.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "Kids, keeping the hands full, huh?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "I get it." I'm like, "Oh, okay. You're in it. Being a parent, Joey, you haven't been there yet. It's like a club. Like, you don't understand the hardships until you're in that club. Like, everyone says, like, yo, it's tough, but you don't get the level of difficulty until you're there.
Right.
For one reason or another. Some people have kids that sleep well. Other kids have, don't get, like, it varies. But everyone has their difficulties. So I'm, like, pumped now. I'm like, oh, this guy gets it. Mm-hmm. He's fucking, I guess he has kids. Maybe he had a oopsie. Or maybe he just wanted to have kids young. Maybe he's a Jehovah. But I don't think Jehovah's can work at Verizon.
A Christian. Wait, what?
Listen, if they don't like birthdays, they're not gonna like people coming in and asking about Christmas all the time. So
They don't like birthdays?
Jehovah's, yeah, they're like no birthdays, no holidays.
Wait, what? Jehovah's don't have birthdays?
They have them, but they don't celebrate them.
They just a day.
Just another day.
But do they know in the back of their mind, like, yo?
Damn, what could it be?
Wait, so if I ask a Jehovah's Witness, like, how old are you? They're like, nah.
Well, no,
like
they'll
zero.
they'll be like, yo, my corporeal form has been on this planet. They might not say that, but we asked recently, like for Miles' birthday, we met a kid at his, like he befriended a kid at school, and they're fucking like cool, and like we asked the mom, like, oh, do you and your son want to come over for his birthday? And her response was, no, I'm a Jehovah, so no, we'll do another time.
You didn't ask a follow-up to that? Or like, what are you talking about?
It's not our place. This is a woman's practicing religion.
Curiosity here.
I know. Listen.
I'd be like, what?
We didn't know her that well yet. If it was someone
did
like,
you go home and Google? Or are you just like, now you have
Well, no. When I was in high school, I dated a girl who was a Jehovah's Witness.
And she had no birthdays.
No, she was cool with birthdays. I was kind of pumped that she didn't at first.
Oh.
I was like, oh, great.
I to get you anything?
No,
perfect.
No holidays, no fucking anniversary. I thought you didn't care about that. But no,
I was going to get you a gift, but God.
You were there for Jehovah.
Who they got? Yahweh?
Oh, you're speaking in tongues right now. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Who is Yahweh?
Isn't that like another way of saying God? That might be Hebrew.
Say, is that Pokemon or someone?
I don't know, man.
All right, I'm offending people right now.
Yeah.
But Yeah, the Jehovah's are like, yo, I won't come to a birthday party because I don't believe in it.
That's fire.
I guess. But the guy's like, I'm like, oh, all right. So I'm like, oh, cool. How many kids you got? Oh, none.
Damn, he told you that your kids were a handful? But
This
he didn't have kids?
motherfucker.
He just grabbed a membership to this club, this parents club.
He walked his ass. He skipped the line.
Yeah, he did.
You can't be in on the fucking hardships if you're not ready
Right.
to have kids yourselves. Don't give me I get it. If you don't get it, you son of a bitch. And then he's insulting my kids.
Yeah.
That's kind of fucked up. I was a little upset. For all you people out there, if this dork is listening,
No.
fuck you.
So you got the phone. Did you get it?
I did. Yes, I did.
Did you get it from him?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
At the end of the day, you're giving to your vices, you know?
Yeah. Technology.
You know? And then, so I'm like, oh, great. I tell Miles. First of all, this one I feel bad for. I tell Miles, I'm like, yo, bro, listen. I didn't speak to him like that.
Yo, bro.
I didn't listen to him speak to him like that.
Yo,
like,
son,
look,
listen.
bud, this is a gift for mommy. Okay? Don't tell her. And he is like, yo, oh, no problem. I'm not going to say anything. The second we walk in the house, he goes, oh, we weren't out getting your birthday presents. And listen, now, Becca's a smart woman. She knows we were out getting birthday presents for her. So, like, that wasn't a surprise. But then he goes, oh, Kiki got himself a new phone.
Oh, by the way,
I'm Kiki.
that's Kiki.
Yeah. I'm like, I literally just deadpan. I just go, Miles, what are you doing, man? This kid just threw me under the fucking bus. And like Becca has a smirk on her face. She's like, oh yeah, Kiki got a new phone? And he's like, yup. I go, Miles, let's go in the room for a second. Now, he, like a fucking champ, he goes, I threw her off.
It's going to make a great detective.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what? He goes, I mixed it up. She thinks you got a phone. I was like, but I didn't. And he goes, oh. And I'm like, just don't mention phones. Don't mention anything. And he's like, all right. I feel bad, though, because, like, I'm not going to tell the kid he ruined it. You know, maybe if he, like, really pisses me off. Be like, by the way, you ruined your mom's birthday.
Remember that 4 months ago? You ruined it.
Remember that?
Go to bed.
Yeah. But this was the cherry on top of the cake. Do they put cherry on cakes?
I don't think that's what they said. The cherry on top of the cake.
Do they put cherry? Well, start putting cherries on cake.
Isn't it ice cream? You just
They put the
cherry on top.
The frosting on the ice cream, the cherry on the cake, whatever one.
No, frosting on the ice cream. You just okay. I see what you did.
Yeah.
You did the old Miles. You reversed it.
I did. I tricked him up. I'm not getting upset because I feel bad because I know in his heart, his little heart, he was trying to do the right thing.
He'll never be a spy.
This is the part that made me want to throw my fucking phone at these people. I go in. I'm very clear. I'm like, yo, this is a gift.
Oh, to Verizon.
Verizon. Which, listen, I've been a loyal Verizon customer. Verizon people, if you're listening, get ready. I'm fucking taking your whole company down. Go sign up for Wing.
Boom.
Gotcha, babe.
I've
Again, boom and again.
I need to get a new thing.
We need less boom.
Bang.
Okay. All right.
Same family.
I like it. I go in and I'm like, yo, this is a gift. And they're like, yo, no worries. I'm like, she's not, like, everything's good. She won't know. They're like, no. She can set everything up in a couple days. I'm like, oh, fucking great. This is awesome. Way to go. Yo. I get home and Becca's like, oh, so you bought yourself a phone. I'm like, I started laughing. She now knows that I got her a phone. And then she goes, it's all right. I already knew. And I'm like, what the fuck? How do you already know? Verizon sent her a text saying, if you need help backing up your old phone, hit us up. What fucking idiots. There gotta be like a button that says like, this is a gift. Don't text the person this is for. Instead, they're just like, yo, like, we're just gonna give it all away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I would just be like, just give me the phone and I'm giving you no information. I'll pay you on the months. Like, that's it. But you come back and you...
Well, no, they need a sign. Like, they have to put in that this is the number, the line that's going to get the new phone and whose account is in under and blah, blah, blah. Which I get. But, like, there's got to be a button that says, like, this is a gift. Don't fucking ruin it.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know? I was very upset.
That's funny, though.
No, it's not funny. I'm just trying to do right and surprise my wife with a nice gift that she asked for.
Well, that...
She didn't ask for it. She's been saying for a while that she wants a new phone with a better camera.
With a gift that she asked for, surprise with a gift. Well, that surprise is over.
Are you one of those people that's like, when someone says like, "What do you want for your birthday?" You tell them exactly what it is, and you get that, and you still need to act surprised?
No, man, I don't. I rarely want stuff, to be honest with you. I really do. And usually when I do, like, I'm impulsive, so I'm like, oh man, I really want that, and I'll just get it.
I know.
So like my sister and my mom, specifically them two, but mostly my mom, because my sister's always the one that does like the rounds. But she's always like, when November hits, don't buy anything.
Yeah.
You know, unless it's like something insane. If it's going to be an expensive thing, like, fine, because I'm not fucking getting that. But like,
Range Rover.
Don't buy, but don't buy shit. So I try not to purchase anything that like dumb shit that I would even need. Like, oh, I need a pizza cutter, and like now I can't have fucking pizza because I got to wait for fucking Christmas. So that's literally my life.
Yeah, no, I get that. I've gotten to a point in my life where I just like, if I wanted it, and if I have the ability to buy it, I just try to just buy it.
Yeah, and like that's why like Christmas comes around, I'm like,
I grew up in a household where anything I wanted, it was ask for your birthday or ask for Christmas. And I get that, like, that's like a good teachable moment. But like, there was never a time where it would be like February, I'd be like, Ma, I really want a new video game. She'd be like, put it on your birthday list. No matter what fucking time of the year. If it was before my birthday and after Christmas, it was for my birthday. If it was after my birthday, before Christmas, it was for Christmas. I can't win.
Yeah.
I lived a very rough life.
Yeah, I don't know. We never really got stuff.
That's sad.
No, I mean on Christmas we would get stuff, but like I'm saying, like between those times, like birthdays and Christmas, there wasn't
yours
like,
is tough. Yours is 2 months exactly after Christmas.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah.
I like where mine is. It's right in the middle.
Yeah, yours is great. Yours is fucking right
perfect.
there.
Just say it's perfect.
July. Bang.
Went from the boom to the bang.
Went from the boom to the bang.
I'm proud of you. Evolving.
Yeah. What are we talking about?
You getting nothing your whole life? And look at you now.
You got nothing. We're given nothing.
That's another part of only people that can be successful are the people that had nothing. If you come from any sort of like even like middle class, it's like you don't have the opportunity to be any fucking like modicum of success.
I don't know what word you just said.
Modicum?
But I saw one of those posts. Oh, by the way.
Fucking horny.
What the fuck is that?
I'm fucking horny.
I sent that to everyone after the next one. I saw one of those like business posts.
Uh-huh.
It was the worst one
Ever?
I have ever seen.
Did you screenshot it?
I feel like I did. I posted it on my story actually.
Oh, you can check that.
Yep, here it is. Big letters. Your outfits are killing you. Right? Your outfits are killing you. And it's a picture of Zuckerberg and then a closet of gray shirts. Same shirts. And then under it says, ever wonder why people like Bezos and Zuckerberg wear the same clothes every day? No!
No, I haven't. Ever.
No!
No, I haven't.
I don't wonder that. It's called decision fatigue. The more decisions you make, the worse your decision gets. Your brain only has so much energy each day. Spend it wisely.
Where did that come from?
What the fuck are you talking about? You fucking idiot.
Who made this up?
Online business fucking...
.me.
I don't know, bro. It's like...
That's really dumb. Have you ever wondered... Like, no, I haven't, and I'm still not. And now, if anything, I'm going to not worry about that ever.
I literally went to the page and clicked on the first one I saw, and it says, nobody wants to be in your journey. Not your friends, not your family, not your coworkers. The moment you realize that it's a solo trip is the moment you start making progress. What the fuck are these people? What is this content?
I hate people like this so much that think that their movie is written like a fucking book.
Dude,
I can't tell you how many times I've heard people like, oh, no one's around for the fucking grind, but they're there for the shine. It's like, no one wants to be around you because you're fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, or you post stuff like this. You suck.
Yeah.
Like, no, unless you're fucking Tony Stark building the first Iron Man suit literally in a cave alone. Even he had a sidekick. That fucking Russian guy or whatever.
Jensen.
Whatever.
Aren't you happy I knew that?
Or was he Jewish?
He might have been a...
Something.
He might have been it might have been from Palestine, Joey. Yikes.
Well, I don't know.
Now you're canceled.
Yeah. Why would they do that? Why did I pick out of all the movies? I did that. Dude, you know how often I do stuff like that? Like on other people's lives, we talked to someone who had trichotillomania.
They eat their hair. I know that one.
Well, they pull it out.
Yeah.
And she was talking to us the whole time, and like the act of doing it, they call it like pulling.
Yeah.
So that's just like the word that they use. Like it's like like, you know, like whatever.
No, I know where this is going.
Literally at the end, she just gave this whole speech about like it was very nice and like inspirational. And at the end, it was like, listen, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us. Like, you know, keep in touch, keep us updated. You know, we're pulling for you. Oh. I didn't do it on purpose though.
Oh, dude.
But I did it, and Greg was like, and I was like, oh my God. Like, I immediately started apologizing. And then we had another episode. We had another episode where it was a woman in a wheelchair who, this is the newest episode that's coming out. Actually, oh fuck.
Yeah, you fucked yourself, didn't you?
There was a woman in a wheelchair. She had some stuff about her that I'm not going to explain because that'll ruin the episode. I don't know when the fuck that's coming out. But one of us, I don't remember who, but I'm pretty sure one of us said something like, you know, it's honestly cool just to hear how you're like kind of like rolling with the punches. And we're like, oh my God, dude.
Dude, I once, when I was my first year as an RA, I went on, it was called a round. I went on a round of the building just to like make sure like doors were locked and whatever. And I come back and there's this fucking, there's this girl crying to one of the other RAs. And my first impulse, don't fucking ask me why, was I go, did a bomb go off or something? That's precisely what happened.
Also, Frankie's only 28 now. You were, what, 21 when this happened? What do you think? You're a 50-year-old dad?
18.
18?
Not even.
All right, bomb go off. Who's going on? Who's ready to rock and roll? The fuck? Are you kidding me?
It's 100% me. Do you remember when we would be at bars, what Dominic and Danny would make fun of me for because of the one time? I did it multiple times, but they only saw it once, where we were like done at the bar and it was time to leave, and I went, let's roll out.
My God.
But apparently, I said this. I was like, oh, did a bomb go off or something? Apparently, that's exactly what happened. Apparently, her friends were like killed in like a car bombing, and she was crying about it. I apologized.
I honestly like.
I said this afterward, like, yeah, I felt bad, but I was more impressed that I was just able to just. That's a coincidence.
You're like, yo, what else can I say?
What else can I say? It's fucking, what happened? You came into $1 billion?
What happened? Is money in my room?
Yeah, I was more impressed.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think that, you know, obviously I don't ever want to deal with tragedy, but I feel like if stuff like that happened to me, it would be funny.
I'd be like, you know what? It did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and thanks for fucking pulling that out of nowhere.
Danny did it to me one time. It was so fucking funny, but it was like way after. We were talking about my grandma or something.
Did you say grandma?
I just said grandma.
Who the fuck are you? Are you watching that show Mayor of Easttown?
I am. That show's fire, dude.
My grandma.
Yeah, she's like, yo, I could have a beer. I'm going to have a beer. Every 5 seconds, she's having a beer in that show. Morning, night, doesn't matter.
I would.
I love Kate Winslet, by the way.
I love beer.
Pointy nipples in Titanic, by the way.
Beer makes my nipples pointy, too. So.
That's for fuck sure. What was I talking about?
Your grandma.
No, yeah, but I was like talking about my grandma, and I forgot what happened, but I was just like saying something, and then Danny at the end of it just went, and now she's dead. And I fucking lost it, dude. I was dying. It was hilarious. He's like, and now she's dead.
Yeah.
It was so fucking
I did
funny.
that once. Do you remember years ago, we were at Portobello, the pizza place, and it was like in the summer, and I hadn't been back. I went to school on 36th Avenue.
Yeah.
And our friend Chelsea was like, hey, when was the last time you drove? I drove by there recently. When was the last time you were there? I was like, oh, when we were in the funeral procession for my dead grandma.
One time I was with Davino in the car, and we were driving, and he goes, oh, my Did I tell you the story?
No.
Dude, I don't know, this was not even that long ago, but I was in the car with Davino, and we were driving on some block. He goes, oh, my grandma used to live over here. I was like, right here? And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, where she live now? And he just turns to me and goes, in heaven. Dude, I was dying. It was like, he looked at me with a mad, pissed off face. He's like, in heaven.
That's good.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right,
it would have been funnier if I went like St. Michael's Cemetery or something.
Oh,
like
yeah.
That would have been better. Heaven, I mean.
He got me. But anyway, I think we can wrap up.
All right.
Starting to sweat. Frank, where can they find you?
FAlvarez8085 on Twitter, only because I can't get the Frank Alvarez on Twitter for some reason, because some dork that hasn't tweeted since 2012 hasn't. Whatever. The Frank Alvarez on Twitch and on Instagram if you want to come hang out with me, play some video games. It's always a fun time.
Yep, and you guys can follow me at Joe Santagato. Go follow the show at The Basement Yard on TikTok and Instagram, and go check out the Patreon, patreon.com/The Basement Yard. We hit 8,500 followers, so we're going to be doing a power hour, which is you take a shot of beer for every single minute for an hour.
Yep.
So we're going to do that episode on Patreon.
It's going to hurt. Just want everyone to know.
It's going to be a big mess.
We'll put it like this. We're not even 30 years old, and we need a plan because we know what it's going to do to our bodies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is all. We'll see you guys next time.